Hi, it's Dr. Kim Marie, and I want to talk today about the importance of taking a step back. So many times when we're in conflict or when we're in problem solving and we hit a wall or we hit a situation where we can't see the solution, we want to try harder. We want to force something that typically goes a lot easier. We think that if we just give it a little more effort, a little more might, to insist. And insist can be trying to prove a point, trying to push something that doesn't fit. It's so many ways that we do this, and in my opinion, it's just exacerbating the problem, right? It's this force. It's learning power versus force. It's usually when we step back, whether it's for a moment or it's a day or it's a week, we can see things from a different perspective. We're able to look at it from another angle and from another energy. And that's the thing I want to talk about, is the energy that we're bringing to it. Because when we're in that place of insistence, persisting, forcing, what we do is we shut down, we put blinders on, we start having this narrow focus. And then when we're stressed, we get out of the prefrontal cortex and we start going into that fight or flight mentality, which is not interchangeable. It's not even in the same part of the brain, and we're not activating and utilizing the brain fuel. We're using a different fuel. We're using cortisol and adrenaline, which is more of a stress response. Again, you want to run from a bear, you need that stress response, you need that cortisol, you need that sudden burst of energy, but you definitely don't want to be your brain flooded with that when you are in problem solving, or if you're looking to have harmony and peace and solution. Then we need to activate other hormones, which are oxytocin and serotonin and dopamine. Those are those feel-good hormones. They also bring us back from our reptilian brain back into our prefrontal cortex, which is where problem solving happens. So I say a lot of technical stuff, but let's make it simple. We step back out of the future stress. We need to have this figured out. I need to show you where I am. I need to take you where I am in my mind, or focusing on, we don't want that to happen again. So we're coming from these levels of future and past mindsets, and we want to get back into that present moment with the breath. Again, it's not just people argue with me at times. Yes, I'm breathing. And no, it's flooding the body. It's an intentional breath. It is such a powerful tool. It can shift everything when we start to diaphragmatically breathe, because what we're doing is we're flooding the body with the oxygen it needs. We're giving it the air it needs to break up all the disconnect that we have going on, to break up get all the stress out of our body. And then we're flooding our brain with oxytocin and allowing ourselves to get back present. So taking 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths is so powerful. How you do that is put your hands on your belly, take a big breath, and as you do, instead of sucking your belly in, you blow it up like a balloon. So push it out and then hold it for a second. And then as you exhale, pull it back in. As you pull it in, if you are stressing, add a little sigh, add a ah, or let out a forceful breath. Inhale, ah, get it out of you. Another way to shift that energy is doing quick bursts of energy. Do you notice? I want you to pay attention to this, that whenever a dog does anything, they get up and they shake it off. They shake off that energy. They immediately, before they do anything else, they shake it off and they stretch. They get whatever that energy was out of their body so that they can be in the present moment. Think about that. It's so innate. It is ingrained in them, and they do it every single time. And we forget to breathe, and we forget to stretch, and we forget to get that tension out of our body, and then we just keep borrowing from it, old beliefs and old patterns. So when we back up, we also get to see, like I explained in another video, when we're on a plane and we're pulling away, and we just, as we go up, we start looking at things that look like houses and trees and cars, and it just looks like a grid. It becomes this surreal thing that looks like, you know, the earth, right? But it's amazing because when we're up close to a leaf, we're not thinking that way, right? We're not seeing it from that perspective. So backing up is so powerful. That's my message for today. I hope it helps you in some way, and I hope you have an amazing day. I love you. Bye-bye.